G'day guys, what's going on? Welcome back to ALFX Trading. Hope you guys have had a great start to the trading week and had a good week last week as well. In this video, I'm just going to be breaking down this trade on the screen here that I actually took at the back end of last week, and then go through two other setups that I was looking at and why I didn't actually get into those trades. So this first one here was the only trade I took all week last week. I had a pretty inactive week on the charts just with other things going on. So for this trade, basically I just had this zone set up with the level of support, and then we had a breakthrough, and I was just waiting for that retest into the levels. That's what I saw on the 4-hour chart. I was sort of waiting for that from that week before, waiting for this to come through all through the week, and then eventually we got the move back into the level and we got the rejection to the downside that we were looking for. So we had this beautiful rejection candle here. Price sort of came into the level, was rejected, closed with a small body and a big wick to the upside, which indicated that price was going to move back down. I sort of wanted to wait for a second retest, either of this low or like the next low, or of the same level again, which we ended up getting that same level rejection up here. So price came in, we had this sort of indecision candle with a wick to either side, and then we had this move down on the 1-hour chart. But we actually took the trade over here on the 30-minute chart at the close of this candle. So we had price sort of come up, retest that level where we couldn't get through before closing with that bearish pressure. Went into the trade, and it actually ended up being 4-1 when I closed it. If you can see on the 4-hour chart, the take profits were just at the bottom of this last low that we formed, and then the stop loss was just above this zone where we rejected from. It was actually quite a shallow rejection, so if price had come in, the stop loss actually probably would have been up around here, but we were lucky to get quite a shallow rejection and be able to get into the trade with a moderately tight stop loss. And we were sort of in and out of the trade within sort of the night into the next day, which was nice. So that was the first trade. Pretty simple setup, but it did take a while to sort of form, considering sort of, a week. It took about a week to sort of get the trade set up from when we saw this breakthrough of the zone to create this level. So if we keep going through the next trades, we've got this one here, which is actually one that I'm looking at still now. Pretty much the same setup as the last one. Obviously, the last one was Euro Aussie, this one's Euro USD. Is we've got this zone marked up here with sort of support, and then we had this breakthrough, but we're still waiting on a retest of this level. On the lower time frames, price has started to consolidate, and we could hopefully and potentially see this move to the upside, or we could see a move sort of, maybe up into this level here before pushing down and then back in to retest these lows. So either or, we're still bearish on this pair going into this, sort of middle to back end of this week and early next week. And then the last trade, I think it might have been GU. Yeah, so this one was from actually the week before, and this was one that ended up being a beautiful trade, but I actually didn't get into this trade, where I sort of had my 4-hour zones marked up, because I do like to sort of read my zones from the 4-hour chart, just because they do tend to have more reliability in terms of support and resistance and sort of strength at those levels. So this level, we had support, breakthrough, looking for the retest. We did retest some of these wicks, but I did want to see price sort of come into this zone, get right up and retest sort of the bottom of these moves right at the bodies of these candles. But we didn't quite get that, and we weren't able to get into a trade. So I sort of just wanted to highlight the difference between this GU trade and the Euro Aussie trade, like very similar setup, pretty much identical in terms of price action, but we just didn't quite get a deep enough retracement into that level to sort of trigger us into a trade there. So that is sort of the thing with trading is, a couple of pips here and there can be the difference between whether you actually want to enter a trade or whether you don't want to enter a trade, or between a winner and a loser. So that's sort of all I have for this video. The Discord is up and running. I've seen a few of you guys have joined it, so I will put the link back in the bio for this one again. So please do sort of join that group, and I will be posting trades, updates, and whatever else in there. So let me know in the comments what you want to see in the next video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.